on teaching your dogs how to back up. And what I like to do is I like to have a target for their rear end to get to, something that's different from your normal surface. So I wouldn't want her to back up from carpet to carpet. I want to have a different surface for her to feel for. So she kind of knows this. She's not real solid on it. But I'm going to start just with getting her on this pad I have here. Good. I'm going to reward with her back feet on it. Good. And I'm going to slowly bring her forward. And when one of her back feet comes off, I'm going to lean into her to get her to back up and put that foot back on the pad. Good. Back. Good. Good. I'm not asking her for perfection. Again, she doesn't know this, so if both back feet isn't getting on there every time, that's okay. But she's making that effort to back up. Good. Notice I'm just leaning into her just a little bit of body pressure to get her to back up. Good. And you can slowly build up their distance so that you have them back up, but you see her trying to kind of find that pad. Good. With her back feet. Good. 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 Good girl. Yeah. It can take them a little while to understand this. You just have to take it slow and make sure you take little steps. Don't ask for too much too soon. I mean, I start with just one of her back feet barely off the target and then give that little bit of lean into her to get her to back up. As she's doing really well with that, I'm going to do a little farther and build up to where she can take a couple steps back and find the target. She's just not to that point right now. So she is still learning. She's doing pretty good though. Good. I'm going to try going a little bit farther. Good. 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 And again, I'm not being picky that both back feet aren't getting on that target every time, because really what I'm looking for is for her to be scooting back. Good. And just the target back can help to give them something to feel for with their feet, and it can help things make a little bit more sense of things. All right, have fun with this trick. Hopefully your dogs do well. Feel free to ask questions if you guys are intending challenges. All right, so I wanted to show you guys a couple things you can work on with your dog that can help with teaching some of these tricks, especially the backing up. So one of the things that helps is if your dog is fairly understands how to stand on command or with even luring. A lot of times when we try to lure them into a stand, they just sit or they lay down. But having them understand how to get into a stand can be really helpful with a lot of different things that we teach our dogs. So what I do, I do lure with them, but I try to keep their nose or their treat at nose level, not up high, not down low. I try to keep it at their nose and draw them forward, straight forward. I try not to go up. I try not to go down, because then that's going to make them think they need to go down. Fin, sit, straight forward. Good. Down, down. So same from a down, go right up to where their head should naturally be off. Good. So stand. Good. Sit. Good. 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 So teaching them a stand can be handy. It's really difficult to teach dogs how to stand properly just on a cue. Spirit does it really well. Brennan's getting there. Finn so-so. So it's still a work in progress. The other thing is spending more time with rewarding them with their back feet on the target. Off. So when he stands, I'm going to reward him. Good. Reward him more for having those back feet on that target, so he knows that that's what he's getting rewarded for. So again, good. So I want to reward him for keeping his feet on that target. So if he comes off, he goes away, gets back on it. He obviously knows this very well. It took a little bit, again, that same thing, that little bit of body pressure. But if I really want him good at getting a target with his rear end, I have to put a little more emphasis on rewarding with his rear end or rear legs on that target. So with Finn, I can draw him forward, take the tree back. Good. You see how he finds that target. I've done a bit more work with him on finding targets with his rear end. But it started with a lot of this. Rewarding for back end on that target. Foot comes off, back on, reward. Back, then back. Now he's confused. We'll just reset him. I haven't done this in a while with him. Good. Okay. But for you guys, you're going to start with that baby step. Good. Waiting for the back feet on the target. Good. And just rewarding. Good. For just rewarding just for him keeping the back feet on that target. Can really help them start to understand that that's what we're looking for, is for them to find something to put those back feet on. So just a couple little tips that might help you guys with teaching that back up.